What's up, y'all? Playing some Gym Leader Challenge tonight. Looks like we are going against a fighting deck with our dark deck. Oh, this is a horrendous start. Well, actually, no. This is fine. This could be actually very good. Actually, turn one Gloria going second is fantastic, and we if Hoopa is in the deck, we just win. And Hoopa is in the deck. And that's just going to do it. And that's the power of dark, I guess. I mean, that was a pretty good hand. Unfortunate for my opponent, they get no basics, and we are able to get the turn one KO with Hoopa. Even without that, with a Pokegear in hand, I feel like we just would have been set up pretty well. And we will try to roll it back. This dark list is the same list that JW Krewall used to win the Full Grip Games 1K Gym Leader Challenge tournament a couple sets back, I think. No new additions with Astral Radiance or Lost Origin. I think this deck is very good. And I think the one card that you probably could be looking at from Astral Radiance, Lost Origin, would be the Hisuian Heavy Ball. But this deck does play... Town Map. And I think Town Map is very strong because you're an aggressive deck trying to take prizes, as we saw in that last game. Looks like a better start. Oh, we are going second again? Oh, this is insane. This is absolutely insane. Cracked hand once again with Gloria. This looks like a pretty standard fighting deck with your Earthquake, but they also play the Roly-Coly. All right, so we're going to go turn one Gloria once again. Let's see what's in the deck. Hoopa is there. I'm going to go grab the Hoopa. Looks like our Sneasel is prized. And our Coughing is prized. So we'll just get the gigantic fellas out. Beast Ring is in the deck, which is very good for us. And let's see what our counts of Twin and... Okay, Double Colorless Energy is not in the deck. I'm going to look at the weaknesses. Some of these dark Pokemon are weak to fighting. Looks like Guzzlord is weak to fighting. And we will attach to the Hoopa. We will build Spite. And we will get the Float Stone onto the Zorua. Deal retreats and Assault Gates for 90 and Knockout. Now, Assault Gate only does any damage if you move from the bench to the active position on your turn. Pokegear off the top is very good for us. Looks like this could be very advantageous. Our opponent does have Gloria. Be good for them to start to set up as well. Really an amazing opening hand for us to be able to start off with not only Zorua, but the Float Stones, where we can evolve into Zoroark, stand in, and then go swing this Terrakion for another 90 piece, which I think is just great. We will grab N. We will not use it, as our opponent has a 2-card hand. We'll build Spite, and we will Evo Soda. And grab our Zork. I'm going to start loading up the Guzzlord. We will stand in and retreat, which is just so insane. And we're going to swing in very efficiently for 1 energy and do 90 damage. Now, I could have used the Bridget there to grab nothing, to burn that card. And I probably should have done that. I was thinking in my head that I had the access to the Lipard, because Bridget is a great card to be able to use for your trade, to discard, to draw 2 cards. But in hindsight, I probably should have just used that there. Our opponent is getting set up quite nicely. They are getting their Lucario up with this Roaring Resolve ability to be able to grab a fighting energy from the deck, place it onto Lucario, and take 2 damage counters. And the Hisuian Arcanine is also very strong. I think it can do like 120 plus, somewhere around there. Town map, see what's in our prizes. Okay, VS Seeker being down is kind of big. I think we will simply Marnie. Grabbing the Twin is very strong for us to be able to start to load up this Guzzlord. The issue with this Guzzlord is it is, again, weak to fighting, which means we probably only have 1 chance to use it unless it gets bossed, which would be extremely unfortunate for us. So we're going to stand in and then retreat, which is just insane with this Hoopa. We will Assault Gate for 90. And we don't have a draw supporter in our hand currently, so I'm inclined to take this VS Seeker. Because there's a chance where they can gust up my Guzzlord and knock it out. They'd only have to be doing 80 damage. Also, in the case where my Hoopa is left in the active, and if they Field Blow or get rid of my Floatstone, that could be problematic, as Hoopa has a retreat cost of 2, and again, if it doesn't enter into the active spot, it actually does 0 damage using Assault Gate. This is the Arcanine I was talking about. Scorching Horn does 80, plus another 80 if it has a fire energy attached, which combos very well with this Colossal. Charge Generator allows you once per turn to be able to attach 1 fighting and 1 fire energy from your discard pile to your Pokemon any way you like. As we see, this Arcanine does get piled up or powered up, but not completely. Lipard off the top is extremely strong for us. Arcanine is kind of a beefy boy with 150 hit points, so would love to be able to knock it out here. If we build Spite one more time, this gets us to 130 with the Dark Claw, does get us there. I think this is a pretty worthy knockout to go try and get. The debate is, do I trade away this Bridget, searching for Darkness Energy, or do I Marnie and save my trade? I think I will Marnie and save my trade. Looking for Darkness Energy from my Spiritomb, which we find. Also find Scoop Up Net, which could be good just for some pivots in the future. I'm going to recount my math just to make sure I'm doing this right. So 4 damage counters, doing 120 plus 10 is 130, with the Dark Claw is 150. And let's see, I think I don't know what I would like to trade away, so I think I'll actually just hold the hand. We will stand in, attach to my Spiritomb, Retreat. And we will use Anguish Cry for 150 damage in the knockout. And I probably could have traded away a Darkness Energy knowing I was going to grab a Darkness Energy off the prizes. So if I could go back, I would have done that. Darkness Energy is not the worst thing in the world to have in the discard pile. In fact, it can be advantageous with this Darkness deck, with Dark Patch, and late game using Clara. Clara is very strong in this deck to be able to get back like an attacker. And your energy, especially Galarian Moltres, which can hit for some huge numbers at the end of the game. Looks like they are able to go from 0 to nothing on this Groudon. Again, this Colossal is very strong. Love their pre-release promo. And they will get their first knockout of the game, see what they grab. And looks like they grabbed, I actually don't remember that card. So we would love to be able to grab a Muscle Band here. That would be very nice for us. But we will Trainer's Mail to start off. Grab Bruno, which is pretty good. Grab Bruno. I will attach to the Guzzlord. I'm not going to put this Dark City into play because if I find our Devoured Field, that will get me there for the knockout on this Groudon. Looks like we don't find any of those pieces quite yet, but I'm going to trade away the Galarian Weezing to be able to dig a little bit more. And we still don't find it, which is fine. Sneasel, I believe, is still down. Could Rescue Stretcher the Spiritomb back and start building some Spite again, which I think I'm okay with doing that. Now, one thing that we could do is Escape Rope. Which would give us a free 2 prizes, and I think I want to do that. I think I'll Escape Rope. If they bring up this Colossal, I'll just swing into it with the Hoopa. But if they bring up anything else, yep, and I am just going to swing into it with Hoopa. If they were to bring up anything else, that would have been a free 2 prizes for us with Guzzlord. Now, hoping they don't have a Gust. That would be pretty sad for us. This does set up the Colossal to be within KO range of our Guzzlord. Now, I can grab this double Colorless Energy that does load up our Zoroark to be able to use Mind Jack, as our opponent looks to be starting to refill their bench. They do have the Float Stone for the Colossal, which is good for them. But if they don't have Gust, then, and this Hoopa goes down, which is fantastic for us, because that Hoopa we got so much value out of that Hoopa, an insane amount of value out of the Hoopa. So we will send up, we'll send up the Zoroark. Okay, I think we're going to start burning some cards and going to dig a little bit more. Yeah, so Devoured Field is there, and Muscle Band should be in the deck, so that's what we're going to be shooting for here. We will build Spite. And we will, let's see, Chorus. Or we could research. I think I'd rather just play it safe. Not discard all those draw supporters. We do find the Devoured Field, so that does give us the knockout. Go to Devoured Field. We're going to hold this Air Balloon in case our Floatstone gets bodied. I'll trade away the Weavile Don't feel like we're going to really need that. And being able to find an energy is very strong for us. And we will retreat into the Guzzlord. We will Red Banquet. 130 damage in the knockout. Get to take 2 prizes. I'll take the double colorless energy to be able to load up for Mind Jack, and we'll take Sneasel. You can see the strength of this dark deck. To be able to take 2 prizes off 1 attack is just so strong. And we are just looking for, let's see, I think yep, they are starting to load the bench, so that does make our Zoroark stronger. Our Zoroark would be hitting for 130 damage right now with Mind Jack. And I think that's just going to do it. Getting a great amount of value out of Guzzlord. Our opponent not able to find pieces that they need. And this is going to be GG's to our opponent. And that's it. Gym Leader Challenge, Dark versus Fighting. We had an amazing start, both games, and we just get to see the pure strength of the Dark Gym Leader Challenge deck.